I forgot to hit record, so this is a cold opening to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. It's the boss fight.
Oh, death. Become my blade once more.
Transitions like this will always happen in the Soulsborns. Stabbing selves to get a better weapon, better. There's always some form of lore behind it. Like, this is the sword made from the rune of death. Of destined death. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened to my max HP. Not gonna lie, I feel like I could have done this with my Mimic. I know that's like, oh, of course, hardy harm, Mimic. But, suck my dick. Got him.
Cannot be restored.
Now we introduce the
Of death is
the rune of death
unbound.
to the tree.
And the lands between are shrouded by death's dark fate. But the flames will also burn the impenetrable thorns. Farewell it is then. You'll be Elden Lord yet.
There you go, Gita. Okay, so might as well level up. Sit here. Then cash in that memory so we can... Oh, that's a nice notification. Mm. Hmm.
Take a look around. Don't worry. I'll continue spirit tuning, which is why I need your help. His roots, as he won't last much longer if his shack is high top.
Who are you? Oh, now. Could you tell me why? Why do...
I see. Oh, so to think I knew he. I think we could, but it's only. I'll remain with you. He made me. I'd like to return the. Please. Hugh was always so slay her. Slay the god.
Who are you? Oh, now.
In this ash, it reminds me of...
Really? She's still stuck there with her quest. Ugh. Cool, let's go to the sewers real quick. Because I remember that I did get a seabed urchin, no, seabed curse that I could give to what's his nuts. Yeah, oh well. Yay, can I bring out Torrent? No. Or Toril? Torrent? Torrent, because Toral's the continent in Final Fantasy. Imagine if there was an ending associated with Bach.
Bok the seamster, ready to make. Going already.
Man, wide open area. Needing to be explored. Nothing new around here. Oracles aren't here. Ah, that room is closed. Whole building is closed off. Nothing thus far in terms of items. I don't use rune arcs. That goes down to the sewers. Not going to jump down there. You know, the more and more I walk in here, the more and more depressing it gets. Because, like, you go around the city the first time around and, like, oh, hey, it's a bustling, granted, technically undead city with everybody trying to kill you. But it was still teeming with whatever kind of life you consider the enemies in the city. And now I haven't ran into anybody except for this guy now.
Oh, I finally come to. The Master is nothing more than a madman, enchanted by a vain and ruinous delusion. He rejected the perfection of the Golden Order seeking to supplant our glorious Look at it. The cold. Oh, I finally. The master is nothing. Enchanter seeking to. Look at it. Oh, I finally. The master is nothing. Enchanter seeking to. Look at it.
Okay. Repeating him 3 times. Just wanted to make sure nothing changed. I hear noises. I figured it was that thing. I remember it my first run, thinking that it was the thing that the one gargoyle that was right there. Gentlemen. Oh, you're murderous. Damn, I thought you guys would be too distraught. Give me a moment, please. I'm getting notifications. I'm gonna pause. There we go. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, no, that was the original path. But I wasn't headed that way anyways, I just saw the sign, I'm just like, excuse me? No gladiators. Disappointing. Oh. So Sun Mask was down here. Christ, I'm looking at my dropped frames and it looks like a quarter of my frames have been dropped. Is Sun... Oh no, Sun Mask is down further, I guess. Yeah, let's go this way. I already spotted the way to go. Boing. So, we'll kill this thing over here and then grab it. Oh, hey, a legendary item. Boing. Based. Ah, you bastard. Suck my nards. Damn it. Thank you. Because I was going to attempt it. Rip in peace. Aha! Hardcore. It doesn't look like anything's around here. Luckily, there's just not much more to explore in this version of Lendell. Like, there's a lot less in this lot less to do in this Lendell than the previous version. Hey, Gideon.
I knew you'd come to stand before me. To come from the Lord. What a sad state of affairs. And your spirit, alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Margaret's high hope for us, that we unto eternity. In my bones, a terrorist cannot become a lord. Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
And then I get his gear. Get wrecked again, Gideon. By far the easiest boss fight. Nuxtaku struggles with him, though. And I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know how it's possible to struggle with it. Oh, new item on this? Huh. I should sit, because I don't have all my shenanigans. And next up is... Oh man, I forget his name. Like, I want to say Godfrey, but no, that's the dude from Stormvale. I know he changed his name from something else. Well, to something else. Like the god whatever isn't even his real name. Well, I say real name, but like his original name. Regardless. There's also a theory that whatever form somebody takes in Elden Ring is based on what name they're going by. Like in Millennia's case. Like, you She's Millennia. Lulling Branch. Oh. She's consort to Mikola when she's just normally fighting you. And then she's... Well, Blade of Mikola, sorry. And then she's God of Rot in her God of Rot form with a completely different skill set. Then you have this guy who switches names halfway through. You have a normal name. Like, he switches his name, and then switches his fighting style to make up for that. I can't remember what other bosses do that, but like, oh, there's also Radahn. Granted, you can argue the two different versions of Radahn are because of what Mikola did to his soul and Moog's body.
Hey!
I'll try to summon this one last person, and then if they don't come, I'll just... we'll just run it. There we go.
Hey!
And she looks she looks like Melina. She has spells like Melina. Yeah, but her equipment is a bit heavier than Melina.
It's been a long while, Morgoth.
Oh, his dead body was there the whole time? Yeah, sorry, bro. That was your kid.
Long and hard did
Long and hard.
tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand.
You'll have to go through me to get to your goal.
Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more.
God, he's so cool.
Upon my name as Godfrey,
It is Godfrey.
the first Elden Lord.
He has spells like the Crucible Knights.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Sirach.
Doused in line blood. And now his warrior side is coming out.
I've given thee courtesy enough. Now I fight as Horaloo. Warrior!
First was fighting him as king, now it's fighting him as warrior. Oh. I don't remember that. God, he does a lot of grabs.
Tarnished. Thy strength befits a crown.
Yeah, I'm overleveled, and yeah. Now, fun story for you. About a month or two before the DLC, now, my first run I did not entirely complete until 2 months before the DLC. I got to here, this exact point, and the final boss was just giving me trouble. I think my build was just bad at the time. I was struggling. So I stopped 2 years ago, came back a couple months before the DLC, finished, and then keep in mind, I want to say all this was happening, like this story I'm telling you, I want to say this was happening during the Final Fantasy, while I was still playing Final Fantasy X, during that playthrough. And I just wanted to finish it I wanted to practice for a new run on the final boss. That's how I mentioned it to Fanto, and he's like, weird, but okay, go for it. And I finished it. And I did Ronnie's ending. I don't know what ending I'm going to go for this time. I think I'm going to go for Crown. Not Crown, Order. On one hand, I'm tempted to put that armor on. On the other hand, it's gotta be a new, it's gotta be a new Elden Lord. Can't be one who's basically... It's gotta be someone new, is what I'm saying. Not somebody pretending to be someone else. Just setting up some things. Okay. Okay, final boss time. The Sword Saint. He's been through the DLC, so I'm very willing. Same with this guy. I can't remember. Either way. I'm very willing. Because what's better than one overpowered? I say I'm overpowered because I'm overleveled.
Hey.
Touch. Oh damn, she all chained up. That's a little fucked up thing to say, actually. I regret it. And it's like with America too. Like, she's the Queen America yada yada who broke the Elden Ring, and then she turns into Radigan when going by Radigan. Names hold an importance, which is also why this game is more of a Lovecraftian fantasy horror rather than a fantasy horror. I forgot how kick-ass his theme is. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Because I already remember his bullshit with the exploding ground. I didn't get the final blow on him, but at least I was in there. At least I was in there. And again, this thing doesn't look like normal fantasy. The Elden Beast does not look like fantasy. It looks Eldritchian. It looks like an Eldritchian horror. Like, the only thing that looks fantasy about it is the fact that it's holding a sword. And a fantasy-looking sword at that. All this star bullshit as well. It's a Lovecraftian... Elden Ring is a Lovecraftian eldritch horror. With the coding of fantasy. The fact that it's called Elden Beast, you know, instead of an Eldritch Beast. I don't know. Christ, it's going down fast. Whatever build these guys have is incredible. I don't even see what's going on. Gotta back up. I don't have stamina. And down it goes. I picked a good help from it. Shit. Let's quickly go back here. Because I want to get the weapon. I don't want to start New Game Plus for just to grab the weapon. Weapons. That means I'll go to a thing real quick.
I see.
Now,
Let's see, have I gone to this one? What's going on there? Some lightning was chasing me. I don't remember that. There you are. If it's two weapons, I'm getting both of them. So, that being said, one last level up. Almost at level 200. I forgot to boost myself. I don't want to touch Fractured America just yet. I want to... Uh... Okay. So. Cool. I'm gonna put a pull up. I am personally voting for Perfect Order. Okay. Poll is almost done. And it looks like Perfect Order because, yeah, looks like Perfect Order. I don't even know what a reforming of the ring looks like. Do we need her head or something? Well, looks like we need her head. That's macabre. Falls off again. Okay, so she has the Elden Ring inside of her. So you just add the ring you want, we'll add the extra rune you want, and it happens.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord in our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of order.
Hell yeah, I look baller. Skip it. Cool. And from here, let's look at what this ending implies for, well, the end. The Age of Order ending results in a correction in the previous flaw of the Golden Order, where the Tarnished chooses to use the Mending Rune of Perfect Order on the Elden Ring to restore order to the lands between by shielding the land from the influences and machinations of powerful beings. The Age of Order thus envisions a new age of stability, where there's no more conflict brought upon by fickleness of the gods no better than men. Let's see. Brother Corin, I've been griped by a terrifying thought. The rhythms and calculus of Master's finger betray suspicion of a holyism of the Golden Order. A conceit, I'm afraid, that cannot be overlooked. Order healing expert. The noble gold mask lamented what had become of the hunters, how easy it is for learning and learnedness to reduce the ravings of fanatics. All the good and the great wanted in their foolishness was an absolute evil to contend with. Does such a notion exist in fundamental order? So it's a gooder ending. I don't know if it what's that about it? Why do people think why do people think the perfect order ending is the good ending? It doesn't remove free will. I always interpreted the ending as meaning as no such thing as free will, no change, no going against the greater will, but complete submission. But for everyone, be it good or man, complete stagnance is perfect and stays perfect with no opposition. Don't get me wrong, my interpretation could be false, but it's strange to me that people like act like Elden Ring would have any ending that is uncritically categorically good. By logic, I would say Dung is the best. Dung Eater ending is the best because everyone becomes equal, or Lord of Frenzy because everyone just dies and there's no suffering. I agree with neither of those. I have an ending that I find to be. I have an ending that I find to be the best solution, but wouldn't be uncritical of it. Let's see. It can be seen as a good ending. It's really up to interpretation because what this ending implies is that there is no more gods in this equation. So that means if there's no more god,
Costumes, I really want to do.
didn't mean to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the YouTube video here and then swap over to Final Fantasy 16. So, YouTube, I'll see you later. Twitch, just give me a few seconds.